I was never meant to see it. Just another Monday morning, half awake, nursing a lukewarm coffee, scrolling through LinkedIn and pretending to be productive. Then her name caught my eye. Clara Martin, my wife of 3 years. She was smiling in a photo beside a man I'd never seen before. The caption read, "So grateful my boyfriend introduced me to his mentor. Learning so much from you both, Red Heart." My stomach flipped. Boyfriend. That single word hit me like a punch through the screen. At first, I thought it had to be a mistake. Maybe she meant husband. But then I read the tone again. It was light, flirty, almost proud. And the comments only twisted the knife deeper. "You two are adorable. Power couple alert." Such a lovely post. I just sat there, motionless, the quiet hum of the refrigerator filling the silence around me. Clara and I had met 5 years earlier at a conference. She was a marketing consultant. I worked in software sales. She had that spark, the kind of confidence that drew people in. When she spoke, I was gone. When she said she wanted to start her own business, I gave her everything I could, my contacts, my weekends, even built her website. And of course, I introduced her to my mentor, Mark Ellison, a polished, seasoned executive who'd helped guide my career. Clara met him once over dinner, when she was still finding her footing. He was older, refined, always put together in a 3-piece suit. I remember feeling proud to introduce them. Maybe even naive, thinking I was helping her future. Turns out, I'd opened the wrong door. By noon that day, I'd fallen deep into the rabbit hole. I scrolled through her profile, noticing things I'd somehow missed. A new headshot. A relationship status quietly changed in the About section. It no longer said married, just in a relationship. That same morning, she'd kissed me goodbye, her wedding ring glinting on her hand. I called her. Straight to voicemail. She'd mentioned a networking lunch, so I waited, every passing second heavier than the last. When she finally walked in that evening, her laughter filled the apartment, a sound that once comforted me but now made my skin crawl. "Hey, babe," she said, setting her bag down. "You look serious. What's wrong?" I turned my laptop toward her. The post glowed on the screen like a confession in broad daylight. Her face went pale. "Oh, you saw that?" "That," I repeated, struggling to keep my voice steady. "You mean the post where you called someone else your boyfriend?" She exhaled sharply, eyes darting away. "It's not what it looks like, Daniel." I laughed, the kind of hollow, painful laugh that burns your throat. "Really? Because it looks like my wife just told the entire professional world she's dating someone else." "It was just a figure of speech," she said quickly. "You know how social media is. People exaggerate. Mark's been mentoring me, helping me grow. It was supposed to be fun." "Fun? You called him your boyfriend, Clara." She rubbed her temples. "Okay, I shouldn't have worded it like that. But you're blowing this out of proportion. Mark and I are strictly professional." I stared at her, searching for even a flicker of guilt. "Then why didn't you mention that your lunch today was with him?" Silence. Over the next few days, the cracks began to show. She came home later and later. Her excuses grew thinner: networking dinners, client meetings, strategy sessions. But what hurt most wasn't what she said.
It was what she stopped saying.
No more good mornings. No more late-night talks about our dreams. Just distance, cold, deliberate distance. Her phone stayed face down. Her perfume was different. Her laughter softer, like she was saving the real version of herself for someone else. And like any man desperate for proof he doesn't want, I checked. Mark's profile was public too. And there it was, the confirmation I never wanted. A post from the week before. "Proud of this woman, talented, driven, and someone who makes me believe in second chances." The picture said everything. Clara sitting close beside him, her hand gently resting on his arm. Second chances. The words burned. That night, I confronted her again. "Are you sleeping with him?" I asked, my voice breaking. She didn't look angry or even guilty, just tired. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she whispered. "Mark and I just connected. You've been so distant lately, always working." I felt unseen. Unseen? I snapped. "Clara, I built your business with you. I gave you everything, even introduced you to him. Tears welled up in her eyes. I know, and I'm sorry. But he understands me in ways you don't. That line hit harder than any confession could. I packed a bag that night, not because I was sure I wanted to leave, but because I knew staying would destroy what was left of me.
She didn't stop me. Didn't cry.
Didn't beg. Just stood in the doorway, silent. And in that silence, I realized the marriage had ended long before the post. Weeks passed. The apartment felt emptier than ever, even though she technically still lived there. I started sleeping on the couch, scrolling past her updates like they were strangers. She was thriving, new clients, new partnerships, new photos at conferences. And always him beside her. Comments flooded in. Power duo. Couple goals. No one knew the man behind her smile had changed. Then one night, a message arrived from Mark. Just one line. I'm sorry you had to find out like that. That was it. No explanation. No remorse. Just a man pretending what he took was love. I never replied. 6 months later, Clara posted again. Another milestone. Another smiling photo. Same man beside her. To my partner in life and in business. We did it. No ring on her hand this time. I stared at the screen, feeling nothing. No anger. No sadness. Just a hollow space where love used to live. It's strange. Betrayal doesn't end with a breakup. It lingers in the quiet moments. In the songs you once shared. In the smell of morning coffee that reminds you of her. But it teaches you too about trust, about boundaries, about how blind love can make you. So I deleted her number, blocked her profiles, and began rebuilding myself, piece by piece. And now, whenever I scroll past those glossy LinkedIn success stories, I can't help but smirk, because I know sometimes the most polished posts hide the ugliest truths.